Hey people, what's up? How's it going? I'm still pretty much recovering from my sickness, and I have added new medication for flu, very strong, to knock you out, alongside this cough syrups, really, really dangerous. So I took some, and I'm gonna be knocked out pretty soon. But despite all that, I'm pretty happy. I am like out of words, like Bangladesh. Those who follow cricket, Bangladesh have just beaten New Zealand in an unbelievable match. It's just like an oof. It's one of the best matches I've ever seen. Like those who understand cricket, they would know what recent days, what's going on. Sri Lanka won, Pakistan won, Bangladesh won. It's just unbelievable, like just from nowhere. so I guess I was not gonna do a review, but I got inspired. I'm gonna do one fragrance review for you. And as you guys know, my fragrances are coming. Like my collection is almost complete, and I have only few handful to go. So I'll be talking about them, and let me finish my reviews. Then I'll see how to go about it. So today's fragrance is gonna be Van Cleef Arpels Puram. This one classic powerhouse, beautiful, elegant scent from back in the days. Okay, I'll talk about this, and this is, as you can see, this is the reformulated bottle, and this is like the newer version. So this fragrance actually still pretty amazing juice. I mean, I haven't smelled the vintage, which was like a shorter bottle, I think. But I like this bottle design better. I don't have the box with me here. It's somewhere there, and I'll talk about it. So I have this is my third. Oh no, this is my second Van Cleef and Arpels fragrance. I really dig this house. I think they make a lot of good quality stuff, very high class stuff. Even the powerhouse is done in a very elegant way. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, let me show you the other two I own. This is, I haven't talked about it. This is the green beautiful scent Sar. Okay, I'll talk about it, yet to review it, as well as the very ever so popular, the classy elegant Midnight in Paris, also very beautiful, one of my favorite juices ever. This, I think, is the most one of the most romantic fragrances ever. All right, and unique as well. So this fragrance, what I have here with me, it's from the back in the time. This is not a new fragrance, even though this is newer formulation, but this fragrance is a pretty old fragrance. So I have my notes here with me. So I don't know how many bottle sizes this comes in. I think this only, I have seen only the bigger size, 100 ml. It comes in EDD concentration. All right, and I'll show you the presentation a bit. Let me tell you the year it got released. I think the perfume was created by Louis Monnet in 1978. So 2 years before I was born. All right, not two, 78, 3 years. Sorry. So this fragrance actually has notes of tons of notes, guys. This older fragrances like powerhouses, they usually have a huge notes breakdown, which you can write a book with, or article rather. So notes would be basil, bergamot, green notes, juniper berries, then I don't know, marjoram, I don't know what that is, thyme, and lavender. Heart is warm and even hot, featured with woody notes of Guaiac wood, patchouli, vetiver, tender florals, and sensual spices. Dark and mysterious masculine base notes are composed of amber, castoreum, smoky incense, dark leather, oak moss, and musk. All right. So these are your official notes from Fragrantica. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna put it again in the description. You can read it. So many people actually talked about this fragrance, and let me tell you, this is actually my bottle I swapped. No, I didn't swap. I mean, I bought it off from one of my brothers. So he didn't like it. He didn't think it is something of his cup of tea. So he wanted to put it up for sale in our group. I saw it immediately. I thought, like, I don't know how much juice is left. Yeah, you can see usually if you put it against the light. So I think it's almost pretty much full. All right, and this is one of my favorite fragrances. I mean, from this class and from this house. So I bought it off, and I really fell in love with right from the beginning. All right, so let me tell you this, what this fragrance looks like. All right, the bottle. So this one, the whole thing actually is like a one unit. There's no cap. There's no cap. So the brother I bought it from, I think by mistake he took it off once, and then it came off like that, right? So it got broken, but luckily the atomizer is all right. So I put it back. It's all right. Looks all right. And the thing is, in my hand, I have to dry down for about 20 minutes or so. All right. So it says Puram, Van Cleef and Arpels, little bit damage here, a little bit. It's all right. Looks nice, simplistic but very masculine, dark, and very strong statement it makes. All right. Okay. There you go. The back, nothing much, similar design. You're gonna find your sticker, and then batch code also at the bottom, and then a little bit of plasticky touch up top. So sprayer works all right. Like if you talk about the sprayer, let me show you the sprayer actually. Sprays out a lot of juice and very, very elegant, and not it's not like a shoots like cheap. It's not a cheaply built spray, all right? So pretty good sprayer. Okay, so thing is, dilemma right now is my nose is almost completely blocked because of the flu. It's the whole system, you know, like you know what happens when you have flu. So it covers your whole system. You can hardly smell anything, but luckily I know this fragrance and I can smell a little bit of it. From this side is completely gone. So the thing is, yeah, I can smell a little bit, but this fragrance is very heavy. This is very prominent fragrance, and I think this is ideal for a few kind of people. The kind of people I'm talking about is mature gentlemen. This is feels like a bit more mature, in a mature side. This is very posh leather based scent, all right? And then the every other note is playing around with this fragrance, okay? Other notes are pretty much, you know, like side by side, but I think the key player in this is the leather. So other thing is, this is for people who like dark fragrances, you know, if you like very strong masculine nighttime cooler weather scent, this is that, all right? There are plenty of fragrances you're gonna find from this class, and I have a lot of, you know, powerhouses, you know, like I collect powerhouses. I have quite a few: Kuros, Ted Lapidus, Bogart, blah blah, lot, one man show. But this fragrance, let me tell you, I don't know what others are saying, but this, I think it's done in a bit more elegant and up class way. Not because of the house, because Van Cleef & Arpels is much, you know, up class house, because they make jewelry like Bulgari, you know, they make jewelry. So for the bottle presentations, you know, bottle presentations is just stunning. For this, not so much simplistic, but the fragrance is done right. So first of all, it smells very, it opens up very nicely. I get very fresh soapy, like a black soap, that sort of a feel. It feels like very posh kind of soap. So I get the soapy feel, a little bit of a pepper kick. I think there's no pepper mentioned, but I do get the pepper. And then I'm definitely not going to detect all the notes because I'm not a specialist. But what it smells like to me, it smells very heavy and it's very prominent. Everybody around you notice. So thing is, you don't need that much of it. So wear it in the winter or cooler nights. Go with, I think I'll say one, maybe two, one on your chest. That should be good enough. But if you like to project, if you like to be a little bit show off, and you like to be a bit of out there, go with 2 more sprays with 2 hands. So there's 5 sprays. So yeah, I know it sounds like a lot, but the thing is, you know, some people like to smell, you know, like they like to smell their fragrances, all right? So when you see people, like they pass by, you know, they can smell you from the other room. So winter time, this is pretty strong, but it's not cloying or harsh. I don't find anything harsh about it in the beginning. Also, somewhere in the end, the dry down is very classy. I'm trying to get some sort of sniff. Okay, so the thing is that fresh, you get that freshness on the up top. I don't know like what's creating the freshness. Let me see once again the notes breakdown, because what I'm getting is like the green, right? Just like sour is very green. This is very green, but this one also has the feel of green mixed with that darkness, patchouli, and all that. So the thing is, you get that soap, fresh soapy feel, I think, from the basil and then the coriander, maybe something green up top. All right, and then it also has the fruity notes, juniper berries. Yes, that's why I make it more darker but fruity side. So soapy, fresh, fruity, dark. That sort of opening on this, and the leather. So leather actually gets more and more prominent with the time, you know. So leather actually basically for winter, it's yummy. It's a delicious leather note. The thing is, even after reformulation, oh, I think I haven't smelled the previous one, but I think after reformulation also this is very classy scent. So those, the price wise, you know, this is the surprising part. Price wise, for this kind of quality, you know, other fragrance houses, they're gonna charge, like let's say this was from Prevail line or some Dior line, or let's say anywhere, it's gonna be pretty much at least $60 and up, at least. This one, I think it's pretty much half of that price tag, like 30 or below. So the thing is definitely a winner for the class and for the quality it provides, all right, still. So it's not for everybody, let me tell you, it's not for everybody. So the opening fresh, the vibe goes away, and then all that remains is leather, patchouli, cedar, as well as I think this castoreum. So you get all those animalic notes coming, but in a very very trendy way. I would say very trendy way, and you definitely have to suit up, dress up for this very, very formal scent. All right. I can think of nights out, if you have a little bit more mature parties where kids are not invited, it's just like the parents and then just office people or your missus only. You're gonna remain very, very, very masculine. This fragrance reminds me of another fragrance, not exactly same, but conceptually they are sort of like a kind of similar. Nighttime fragrance. It's like Bulgari's Man in Black. This one has much more rum, booze. This one doesn't have that playfulness. So the thing is, this still is very dark and mysterious, and you can see the similarity. So somewhat I feel it has that. Even though this is a powerhouse, I think it can be more versatile than the rest of your powerhouses. This one is much more up class. Black suit, black tie, white shirt. If you have beard, just like the Bulgari's Man in Black, it will suit perfectly. I think that's the ideal man. Imagine a man, nice haircut, nice well-groomed beard, and nice, like he's well dressed, nice shoes. He will walk with confidence with this. Office bosses, casually, you can wear this in the office in the cooler days, but go less. Get less heavy with the spray. Maybe one on your chest. That's it. Just one. In the countries where you don't need much of fragrance, but in Bangladesh condition, maybe go more, 3, 4 more. All right, but the fragrance potency, longevity is pretty damn good. It's damn good. It's like I'll give this 8 out of 10 for longevity. Very good longevity of this. I think if this was like European countries, I think this one would go easily 9.5, 9, that sort of longevity. Projection wise, very good. 9 out of 10. Very good, like projection. Versatility in terms of season, don't try to pull this off in the summer, because summertime, the heat, it kills the fragrance very fast, and it doesn't smell particularly that good because that leather note comes out maybe wrong and a little bit overpowering. Okay, you might not like it. So the thing is, save it for the winter, November to February in Bangladesh. All right. So another major player in this is on a dry down is the incense, dark incense. So patchouli, incense, leather. You can imagine what sort of fragrance this is gonna be. Very, very animalic, but not in a Dexter kind of way. This is more like your, I don't know, who would be wearing this? Maybe Kevin Spacey if he's running for president or something like that. Dark guy, bad guy, but he's in a suit. That's my take on this. So for the smell of it, I give it 10 out of 10 easily. This is one of my most favorite scents and most well done, because there's no synthetic vibe from it. That's what I feel. It's just my personal opinion. I don't find anything synthetic about it. So that's where I say it's a different class. It's a class apart from other houses. And for the price, you cannot go wrong. Ladies, I don't think will find it like easy to wear. I don't think, unless the lady is very much like a, like a sort of like a lady who doesn't believe in dating guys, that they think like they're as strong as men. Of course ladies are, but some of the ladies, they're like, I don't care. Yeah, that kind of ladies, they'll be like, yep, they will pull this off with confidence. They will wear it. They won't care for your opinion. And the thing is, one other thing I wanted to mention about it, this fragrance, it sometimes it keeps me guessing. That's one of the other things I really like about these fragrances. I cannot always be like sure that I know this fragrance very, very well. I get different things from different times. That's where I think this one shines. I really love studying this fragrance. It has a lot of these other notes. I'm pretty sure the oak moss that's mentioned is not in this, because oak moss is after certain, I think, regulations, so they cannot use oak moss anymore. So basically what remains is that soapy, black soapy, fresh vibe up top. Then comes the leather, little bit of green, then the patchouli, darkness, and then castoreum, that's there. And then, as I mentioned, also the woodsy feel. There's sometimes also vetiver, all right, and then the juniper berries, whole ton of things, in this. So the thing is, it dries down pretty nice as well. It keeps you guessing all the time, and people smell it from far, from a little bit far distance. They can appreciate it more than you, because you are smelling it from very close. All right, so that's my take on like Homme by Van Cleef Arpels. Overall remark, I'm gonna give this, for in my book, this is gonna get 10 out of 10, being a powerhouse and one of the top powerhouses in my collection. I'm yet to smell Zino Davidoff, this and that, but so far this is perfection for me. 10 out of 10 for this fragrance. Everything about this fragrance, I love it. So just watch out for that winter, and do try if you're really planning to buy this, even though it's not that pricey. But if you don't like it, it's going to remain unused, right? So thank you very, very much guys for watching, and I really apologize for my voice. I hope to get better, so keep me in your prayers. Take care. Good night from Dhaka.